Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the afternoon webinar today. So first of all, I would like to thanks to all of audience in front of me, especially our honest lecturer, Madam Nuraliza binti Abdul Qadir, and my fellow friends. So before we start, let me introduce to all of you who is our panelists today for sharing their perspective about the topic that we are going to discuss today. So here, panelist one, we have Nurul Atika binti Muhammad Khairuza. Panel two, we have Siti Nur Atira binti Muhammad Shohardi. And the last one is Nurul Nabila binti Zulkifli. Panels, welcome to our webinar today, and I hope all of you in a good health. So before we start, to all audience, if you have a question, you can open your mic or you can type at the chat below. So today, we will be discussing about with me, Putri Imali binti Abdul Malik as a moderator for the webinar today. So today we will be discussing about the topic, what parents should know about the COVID-19 vaccine for 5 to 11 years old. Okay, according to the news that we heard, the administration of Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to the children under the age of 12 years old will begin in 2022, which is this year. So what should parents know about the vaccine and what steps should be taken? And is it vaccination of COVID-19 is safe or not for their children? So without wasting the time, let's go through to the point of view. Sorry. Okay, Miss Atika. Okay, Miss Atika. Why COVID-19 vaccination is important for the children?
Alright, thank you, Miss Putri Imalin. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. I bid to all of you. Here, I would like to explain to all parents why they should be alert with the importance of COVID-19 vaccination for their children. But before that, I would like to explain how do this vaccine work, and vaccines help your children immune system fight infection more efficiently by sparkling their immune response to specific disease. Then if the virus ever invades their body in the future, children's immune system will already know how to fight it. And first of all, the importance is getting a vaccination can help protect your children aged 5 years old 5 years and older from getting COVID-19, and by vaccinating children can also help protect the family members, including the siblings who are not eligible for vaccination and family members who may be at increased risk of getting very sick if they are infected. And vaccinations are an important tool in helping to make this virus slow spreading in this pandemic because a vaccine activates our immune system. Then vaccination can also help and keep children from getting seriously sick even if they do get COVID-19. Plus, by vaccinating children from age 5 to 11 years old can help keep them in schools and help them safely participate in sports, playdates, and other group activities. And here, parents should be alert by helping protect your whole family and slow the spread of COVID-19 in your company by getting your family members vaccinated against COVID-19. However, people who are not fully vaccinated and children under 5 years old who are not able to get a COVID-19 vaccine should continue taking steps to prevent getting sick. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atika. That is so clearly information from Miss Atika. And there has so many benefits for the children when the children take a vaccination. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we turn to the next question. Miss Atira. Are there any children who do not need to be vaccinated, and actually who should or not should not to get the vaccine? Atira, are you okay? Hello? Okay, I can hear you. Okay. Thank you, Miss Putri Imalin, for having me. Assalamualaikum and good evening to fellow audience. Many countries are increasingly focusing on vaccinating children aged 5 to 11 years to gain cluster immunity as a measure to control the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, parents still need to ensure whether their child is eligible for the vaccination or not. So, who should or should not get the vaccine? Actually, there is no category of children or teens who absolutely should not get vaccine unless they have a high risk allergic reaction, including anaphylaxis to a prior dose of this vaccine if it occurred within 4 hours of vaccination, and if the children also have known allergy to any ingredients in this vaccine such as polyethylene glycol PEG and a severe allergic reaction to tromatamol, which is a contrast dye used in MRI radiological studies. A medical expert also said children should not get the community like Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID 19 vaccine if they have a severe allergic reaction to a previous dose of the vaccine. Besides that, if your child has cancer and is on active chemotherapy, parents should consult your child's cancer specialist on the best time for your child to be vaccinated. Children with weakened immune systems, either from illness or medication, may still receive the vaccine because it is not a live vaccine, but a vaccine that uses a weakened form of a germ or virus to prompt an immune response. It is even more important for them to be protected against COVID 19 infection. For children who had COVID 19 infection, they would be recommended for one dose of COVID 19 vaccine 3 months after the infection. Hence, the vaccine does not work the same in each person, and it is possible to still get COVID 19 after being vaccinated. If your child has a weakened immune system, there is no extra risk taking the vaccine, but it may not work as well for your child. So that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Miss Atira. Right, parents, please take note about that, and please check your child health status first. If there has allergies or any pains, please refer to the hospital to obtain the health confirmation later. Okay, Miss Nurul Nabila, what are the possible side effects from the vaccine?
Hello and Assalamualaikum and very good evening to everyone. I hope everyone doing well today. So first of all, I would like to thank to Miss Imalin for inviting me to this exciting webinar. I feel so pleasure and happy to be able to participate in this webinar today. Well, back to the question being asked about the possible side effect that may occur to the children from their vaccine jab. I'm so understand if the parents are worried about this issue because it is relates to their health of their children. So what can I clarify here is that according to the analysis, there are few possible common side effects that can be happen to the children after their jab, which is the side effects include redness, pains, and swelling at the injection site, and meanwhile, some of the children might have a fever, fatigue, body ache, headache, and chills or swollen at the lymph nodes. But please don't be worried about that because if your child gets that, they will last in a few days. And furthermore, based on the clinical trial evaluation analysis made by FDA on Pfizer vaccine, there are no serious side effects occurred in this age group. So my suggestion to the parents out there, yes, please get your kid vaccinated.
Okay, so parents, please do not to worry because it might have an only common side effect and it can recover in a short time, right, Miss Nabila?
Yeah, absolutely
Okay,
correct.
so thank you. Okay, some parents they do not want their children involved into the vaccination of COVID-19. They say that their children is too young to get the vaccination. So, what's your opinion about that, Miss Nabila?
All right. Regarding to this aspect, as parents, they need to be concerned about this issue because they should be responsible and take a precaution to protect their children. And as we know, for now in Malaysia, this country only allows a vaccination for a person who has reached the age of 12, and there are no further information on the uh, age group below that. But what I have heard from our moderator is just a moment ago, vaccine injection will start being given to the children aged 5 to 11 years old in 2022. But what about children under that age range? So my advice and suggestion to parents who have a children too young to be vaccinated, they can protect their children by making sure everyone in the household get vaccinated. Children can be protected and at a low risk of becoming infected if they're surrounded by people who have been vaccinated. And in addition, all family members must practice the proper SOP, which is keep practicing social distancing, wearing a mask while them in public or closed area that are exposed to the public, and they should also avoid visiting or going to the places that are at high risk of being infected with the virus.
Okay, Miss Nabila, we have a question at the chat box. Would primary school be allowed to refuse to allow the unvaccinated child to go to school?
Um,
Sure or not?
I'm not really sure about that, but what can I say that taking a vaccine is not a compulsory for now. In Malaysia, it's not a compulsory, so school cannot do the rules about that because even Malaysia not made the vaccination is a compulsory.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nabila. Okay, all right. That's about the parents' issues. Now we talk about the children who is scared of vaccination, and might be some of them will get anxiety about the vaccination. So, Miss Atira. Okay, Miss Atira. What is the tip to help the children ease their anxiety about the vaccination of COVID-19? Miss Atira, can you hear me? Miss Atira. Sorry, madam, Miss Atira are having internet problem.
Proceed to the next panelist.
Okay, we go to the panels one first. Miss Atika. Miss Atika, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Miss Atika, can we Can we answer the question first?
Okay, sure.
Okay, question one. Is it compulsory for children aged 5 to 11 years old to take the vaccine? Can they refuse the vaccination?
Yeah, just like Abel have mentioned before, he said not compulsory for the children aged 5 to 11 years old, right, Abel? Okay, so if the parents want to refuse the vaccines or reject some vaccines, they can be reached for the children.
Less than
But
a year ago.
I think parents should take uh, um, parents should take a prevention lah. Should take a prevention if they don't want to um take a vaccine for the children.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atika. I'm agree with you. Sorry, Miss Atira. Okay, it's okay. Atira still having a problem with the line internet. Okay, so we go through to the Miss Atika. Okay, Miss Atika. Um, how can we assuring parents that COVID-19 vaccine are safe and effective to their children?
Alright, thank you, Miss Putri Emeline, for giving me a chance to talk again. Alright, so before we recommending COVID-19 vaccination for children, scientists have been conducted clinical trials with thousands of children and no serious safety concerns were identified. And the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, gave the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine emergency authorization to use in children aged 5 to 15 years old and full approval to use in pupil aged 16 years and older. Plus, it has undergone a rigorous review and now has been authorized by FDA and recommended by CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, for children between the age of 5 to 11 years. And surely, vaccines are very safe. The children is far more likely to be hurt by vaccine preventable disease than by a vaccines. Just like I said before, all vaccines go through rigorous safety testing, including clinical trials, before they are approved for the public. Countries will only register and distribute vaccines that meet rigorous quality and safety standards. However, based on data from the clinical trial, children may have some side effect from COVID-19 vaccination, which are similar to what adults have experienced and the side effect that many children experience after routine vaccination. Besides that, COVID-19 vaccines for children aged 5 to 11 years were developed and tested in the same way as adult COVID-19 vaccine, and children receive an age appropriate dose of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine, and this vaccine also has the same active ingredient as the vaccine given to adults and adolescents. However, the vaccine for children comes in a different vial with a different color cap. The Pfizer BioNTech vaccine that is given to adults and adolescents cannot be used for children aged 5 to 11. Why? Because the Pfizer and Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine for this child use a different buffer than the vaccine for people 12 years and older. A different buffer was used to allow the vaccines for children to remain at refrigerated temperature for longer periods of time than the adult vaccines. And for your information, none of the vaccines contain AIDS, gelatin, latex, or preservatives. All COVID-19 vaccines are free from metals such as iron, nickel, cobalt, lithium, and rare earth alloys. They are also free from manufactured products such as microelectronics, electrodes, carbon nanotubes, or nanowire semiconductors. Just like adults and adolescents, children get the second dose 3 weeks after the first dose. And to be conclude here, the COVID-19 vaccine for children is safe and effective, and I really hope that all of our parents do not to be worried about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atika. Okay, so hopefully parents do not have to worry about the vaccine injection that will be given, but don't forget to always follow the information that has provided by the Ministry of Health. Okay, Miss Atira.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, okay, no. Okay, thank you. Okay, Miss Atira. Just now we talk about the parent issues. Miss Nabila have answered have has give her opinion. Okay, so that's about the parent issues lah kan. Sorry. That's about the issues. Now we talk about the children who is scared of vaccination, and might be some of them will get anxiety about the vaccination. So Miss Atira, what is the tip to help the children ease their anxiety about the vaccination?
All right. Thank you, Miss Putri Imalin. Medical experts say certain ways can minimize a child's anxiety and pain while getting their vaccine shot. Applying some of these techniques can improve the vaccination experience in the moment as well as arm children with long-term skills to get them handle difficult or scary medical procedures throughout life. These are some of the best tips how to help the children ease their anxiety about the COVID-19 vaccine. Firstly, calmly explain what's going to happen to your child and why it's important to tell the kids what is happening to their body in order to build trust in medical experience. In addition, parents should explain in simple words that vaccine help keep our bodies from getting sick. Secondly, bring something fun and comforting like a tablet or a toy that can help distract a child and lower their anxiety. It's also helpful to let children choose which item they want to bring with them since it gives them feeling of joy. Distraction is the key. Parents also can distract their child by playing a game, sing a song, or listen to music. Thirdly, as a parent, please don't project your own fears or be dismissive of their concerns. This is because kids are great at picking up emotions from parents. If parents stay calm, it will help kids stay calm too. I think parents should be as calm as possible and to truly be their child's support system. Lastly, validate the child's feeling. Avoid statements like "it's just a shot" or telling kids not to cry. Medical experts say nervousness is a natural reaction to needless an injection, and adults can acknowledge discomfort from the vaccine. Don't forget to praising a child afterward with statements like "you did it" or "I'm so proud of you for doing it" can also help. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atira. Yeah, that's a good tip for the children. Okay, in this case, actually, parents should be the supporters lah to their children, so that they not will overthinking about the vaccination. Okay, Miss Atira, can we answer the question at the chat box? Miss Atira.
Can you read the question for me?
Okay, sure. Okay, question three. Do you think children will have to take two shots of vaccine and then later booster shot like adults? Should take two shots, or maybe later you can take a booster too for the children.
All right, thank you for the question. For me, in my opinion, children also need to get 2 shots of vaccine as a adult because yeah, they are going to school later. And about the booster dose, I think children don't have to take the dose of the booster because I think children immune system is not same as the elders.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atira. I want to answer the question of three. I wanna add what Atira answer. Okay, actually, booster shot are now recommended for everyone age 12 and older. So immunity from the original vaccine can fade over time, and a booster shot can help the immune system boost the protection it provides. So I think children can take booster shots too to build apa tu a new antibody in the body children. Okay, so that's all for me. Do you guys have a question? Any question? Hello. Okay, so if you guys don't have a question, finally we have to come to the end of our webinar for this evening, where we have shared a lot of knowledge and which we don't even know before. So for the last word for me is I would like to thanks to all of our audience and our panels for today. Thank you for lending your time and space for cheering up this webinar. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you guys. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. Okay, you can stop the recording.